I called her cute by mistake, then took a blow. No one survives on her planet. The acclimation chamber's lights flicker with a greenish glow, stinging my eyes after 8 weeks in cryosleep. Voron's air tastes of ozone, clawing my throat, and its 1.2 g gravity tugs my bones. I'm Jonas Kerr, atmospheric technician, here to fix Voron's terraformers. The chamber hums, crowded with off-worlders, merchants, engineers, me, each dazed. "Line up, human," snaps a Voron clerk, its translucent skin pulsing with photophores. I shuffle into formation, my jumpsuit sticky in the humid air. Cultural briefings echo in my head. No eye contact, palms up, stay still. The chamber's doors groan open, vibrations rattling my boots. Aliens around me, scaly Korath gaseous Illyrians, stiffen, bowing or crouching. I mimic a Korath slouch, feeling absurd. Then they enter, Voron's guardians, towering at 8 feet, their violet skin shimmering with photophore constellations. Their eyes, like liquid emeralds, scan us. One stops before me, her armor adorned with crystal shards. My heart pounds. This is about to get real. The guardian looms, her photophores pulsing rhythmically, like stars breathing. I guess she's female. Her armor's curves and softer photophore patterns suggest it, per the briefings. Her head tilts, adorned with feathery antennae that twitch, sensing me. I keep my palms up, avoiding her gaze, but sweat drips down my neck. The clerks moved on, leaving me exposed under her scrutiny. Her presence is electric, commanding, like a storm trapped in skin. Exhaustion and nerves fray my judgment. My mouth, traitor that it is, moves before I can stop it. "You're kinda cute," I mutter, a nervous half-joke to ease the tension. The chamber freezes, aliens gasp, photophores dimming. Her eyes narrow, emeralds turning to slits. Her photophores flare crimson, chaotic. I realize my mistake too late. On Voron, cute insults a guardian's honor, implying weakness. Her arm blurs, reconfiguring into a glowing blade-like form. The starstrike. I brace, knowing I'm already dead. Her arm arcs, the starstrike's energy crackling like a dying star. The blow's form is ceremonial, 3 fingers extended, 2 curled, channeling Voron's sacred force. It slams my chest, a supernova of pain. Bones snap, lungs collapse, and I'm airborne, crashing 15 meters into a wall. Blood fills my mouth, coppery and warm. Darkness claws my vision. The chamber's silent, aliens staring, certain I'm gone. The starstrike is execution, reserved for grave dishonor. No one survives. Yet, something, human stubbornness maybe, stirs. I cough, spitting blood, and force a breath. Agony sears, but oxygen floods my lungs. I push against the floor, trembling, and rise to my knees, then stand, swaying. The guardian, Solara, I'll learn, steps back, her photophores flickering in shock. Others mirror her, their patterns sinking in silent awe. "Impossible," the clerk whispers. My chest screams, but I meet Solara's gaze, defiant. I'm alive, and that changes everything. Solara's antennae flatten, her crimson photophores fading to violet. An elder guardian, Corin, approaches, his armor heavy with crystal relics, marking centuries of service. He circles me, emerald eyes unreadable, then speaks in Voron's harmonic tongue. The clerk translates, voice quaking. "You are starborn, surviving the starstrike. Sacred law binds you." I sway, barely grasping his words. "What's that mean?" Corin gestures to Solara, who stiffens. "Solara, who struck you, is your shield until the trial of valor. Her honor hinges on your life." Solara's eyes blaze, antennae rigid, fury, not acceptance. She snaps a phrase, melodic yet sharp, and places her hand on her chest. A formal gesture, but her gaze screams hatred. Corin departs, and I'm led to a medical bay. Floating orbs hum, knitting my ribs with icy tendrils. Solara stands guard, silent, a statue of resentment. I'm sacred, but to her, I'm a curse. The medical bay's orbs pulse, easing my pain, though my chest throbs. Solara looms at the door, her photophores dim, like a storm cloud. Corin sits beside me, his voice a low hum. The starstrike taps Voron's core energy. None survive it, not in 10,000 cycles. I grimace. Guess I'm special. His antennae twitch, unamused. Starborn are myth, touched by the cosmos. You're sacred, but Silara's honor is tied to your survival until the trial of valor. I glance at her rigid form. She tried to kill me. Corin's photophores pulse, and failed. Her purpose shifts, to protect you. I scoff, regretting it as pain flares. She hates me. Solara turns, eyes cold. Rest, human, the trial comes soon. Corin rises. One cycle to heal. Then, you journey to the spire of judgment. Alone with Solara's silence, I wonder how a dumb quip landed me here, bound to an alien who'd rather see me dead. A cycle, 6 Voron days, passes in the bay, orbs mending my bones. I'm cleared, ribs tender but functional. Corin briefs us. A Voron probe crashed in the luminous wastes, carrying terraformer data. Retrieve it, he orders. Solara nods, her photophores steady, duty overriding resentment. I'm tagging along, my technician skills needed to extract the core. We board a glide skimmer, its hull glowing like Voron's flora. The wastes shimmer outside, bioluminescent dunes pulsing under twin moons. Solara pilots, silent, her antennae rigid. Look, I try. I'm sorry about the cute thing. Didn't know it was an insult. Her photophores flicker, but she doesn't reply. The skimmer hums, cutting through glowing sands. My scanner pings. The probe's 200 kilometers out. Why do you care? Solara finally says, voice sharp. You're human. You mock what you don't understand. I swallow. I'm trying to understand now. Her eyes flick to me, unreadable, and we glide on, tension thick as the wastes glow. The skimmer glides over dunes, their luminescence painting Solara's armor in shifting hues. My scanner beeps, probes closer, but faint signals trail us. We're not alone, I mutter. Solara's antennae flare, sensing vibrations. Raiders, she hisses. 3 skiffs northwest. Voron's lawless wastes breed scavengers. Mixed species gangs, hunting tech. I grip my pulse rifle, standard for off-worlders, untested till now. Shelter? I ask. Solara banks the skimmer. None near. We fight. An energy bolt grazes our hull, sparking. Solara spins us behind a dune, drawing a glaive. Its blade hums, edged with plasma. Stay low, she orders, leaping out. I follow, rifle ready. 3 skiffs crest the dune. 2 insectoid Vexar. 1 hulking Korath. Guardian, the Korath roars. Your relics are ours. Solara stands tall. Leave or die, they laugh. Weapons charging. Her glaive ignites and I realize she's protecting me. But I'm not sitting this out. I aim, heart pounding, ready to prove I'm more than a liability. Solara moves like a comet. Glaive slashing a Vexar's skiff. Sparks flying as its engine dies. The Korath fires. Plasma bolts scorching the dune. I duck, firing my rifle. A pulse hits a Vexar's arm, dropping its weapon. Solara's glaive impales the second Vexar. Green ichor staining the sand. Behind me, she snaps, deflecting a Korath blast. I obey, but spot the downed Vexar aiming. Instinct kicks in. I fire, the pulse cratering its chest. Solara glances back, photophores flickering. Surprise? The Korath charges, a vibroaxe raised. Solara parries, glaive clashing in a shower of energy. Her speed falters. A bolt grazed her thigh earlier, unnoticed till now. I aim at the Korath's legs, forcing it to stumble. Solara seizes the moment, her glaive slicing its axe arm. It roars, retreating with the wrecked skiff. Silence falls, broken by my ragged breaths. You fought, Solara says, voice flat. Didn't have a choice, I reply. Her eyes linger, then turn away. We're not done yet. We salvage the Vexar skiff's power cells, boosting our skimmer. The probe's signal strengthens, a faint blue glow pulsing ahead. Silara's thigh wound darkens her photophores, but she waves off concern. It's nothing. I don't buy it, but arguing's pointless. The waste's glow dims as clouds veil the moons, casting eerie shadows. Raiders don't hit this deep without reason, I say, recalling their taunts. Silara's antennae twitch. The probe's data is sacred. Thieves covet it. Her tone hides something. Worry? We reach the crash site. A Vorin probe, half buried, its hull cracked but intact. Excavation lights flicker, revealing 4 figures. Syndicate operatives. Their suits marked with red sigils. They're after the core, Silara growls. I check my rifle's charge. We can't fight 'em all. Her photophores pulse. We won't. Diversion. I nod, adrenaline spiking. This isn't just a mission. It's a test, and I'm not failing her, or myself. Silara coats her skin with a gel, dimming her photophores to near invisibility. I rig a power cell to overload, mimicking a skimmer's signature. This'll draw 'em east, I say, setting it behind a dune. Silara's eyes flicker. Approval? We creep west, using the probe's wreckage as cover. The cell detonates, a flare of light and heat. The operatives scramble, weapons raised, chasing the ghost signal. We slip into the probe's torn hull. Inside, emergency lights cast green shadows. A fallen guardian lies near the console, her photophores dark. Silara kneels, touching her brow. Rest in the cosmos, she whispers. I swallow, focusing on the core, a glowing cylinder in the console. My tools hum, bypassing damaged locks. They're coming back, Silara warns, glaive ready. The core releases, cool in my hands. Footsteps echo outside. Time's up, I mutter. Silara nods. Run! We sprint for the skimmer, the syndicate closing in, and I know this is where it gets messy. An energy bolt sizzles past, melting the probe's hull. Silara shoves me behind her, glaive deflecting a second shot. 3 operatives, a Korath, 2 Vexar, block our path, weapons glowing. The core! The Korath bellows. Silara charges, a blur of violet and plasma. Her glaive severs a Vexar's arm, but the Korath's cannon roars, forcing her to dive. I fire my rifle, pulses scattering the second Vexar. Skimmer! Silara shouts. I sprint. Core clutched tight, but a 4th operative emerges, rifle aimed. Silara's glaive flies, impaling him, but a bolt grazes her shoulder, photophores dimming. I reach the skimmer, powering it up. Silara vaults in, blood, silver blue, dripping. Go! She gasps. I slam the controls, skimming low as bolts chase us. Her breathing's ragged, but her eyes burn. You didn't leave me, she says, stunned. Not how I roll, I reply, dodging a dune. The outpost's hours away, and she's fading fast. The skimmer hums, cutting through the waste's glowing dunes. Silara slumps, her photophores flickering like dying stars. Her shoulder wound leaks, staining her armor. I press a med patch from my kit against it, slowing the bleed. Stay with me, Silara, I urge, one hand on the controls. Her eyes, half open, meet mine. The core. Mission first. Screw the mission, I snap. You're not dying. My ribs ache, old Starstrike injuries flaring, but I push the skimmer faster, weaving through crystalline spires. The outpost's lights glimmer on the horizon, 2 hours out. Silara's voice weakens. Why risk? For me. I grit my teeth. Because you're worth it, not just some law. A faint pulse in her photophores. Surprise? Raider signals ping my scanner, trailing us. I curse, banking hard to lose them. Silara's hand grips mine, fleeting but firm. Stubborn. Human. I grin despite the fear. You're stuck with me. A raider skiff crests a dune, its energy cannon firing. The bolt grazes our skimmer, rattling the hull. 2 more skiffs flank us. Vexar pilots screeching. Silara tries to rise, glaive in hand, but collapses, Photophores dim. Stay down, I yell, swerving through a canyon. My rifle's low on charge, so I improvise, tossing a power cell rigged to spark. It explodes behind us, scattering one skiff. The others pursue, relentless. Syndicate hired them. Solara gasps. Cores, bait. My gut twists. Someone's targeting Guardians. I push the skimmer to its limit. Engines whining. A bolt hits our stabilizer, sending us spinning. I wrestle control, grazing a spire. The outpost's closer, but Solara's fading. Talk to me, I plead. Her eyes flutter. You, fight, like us. I laugh bitter. Learned from the best. One skiff remains, closing in. I need a miracle, and Voron's moons aren't listening. The lone skiff's cannon charges, its Vexar pilot aiming for our engines. Solara's barely conscious, her photophores a faint glow. I spot a narrow pass ahead, crystalline walls tight. Hold on, I mutter, banking hard. The skimmer scrapes through, sparks flying. The skiff follows, too wide, crashing into the walls. Shards rain, and it's gone. I exhale, but Solara's worse, her breathing shallow, silver-blue blood pooling. The outpost's 30 minutes out. I reapply the med patch, my hands shaking. You're tougher than me, I say, voice cracking. Don't quit. Her antennae twitch, faint. You defy death. The core's safe in my pack, but it feels worthless. I push the skimmer faster. Dunes blurring. Outpost lights grow brighter. Hope flickering. I glance at Solara, her photophores pulsing once, strong. That's it, I whisper, keep fighting. The wastes fall behind, but the real battle's keeping her alive. The outpost's gates loom, glowing with Voron runes. I broadcast an emergency signal, and medics swarm as we land. They lift Solara onto a hover stretcher. Orbs already scanning her wound. I follow, ribs screaming, clutching the core. In the medical bay, orbs hum, weaving light over Solara's chest. Her photophores stabilize, but she's unconscious. Corinne arrives, his relics clinking. The core? I hand it over, exhausted. Secured. But Solara? His eyes soften. She lives, thanks to you. I slump, pain catching up. She saved me first. Corinne studies me. You carried her, Starborn, with broken bones. No Voron would demand such. I shrug, wincing. Didn't think. Just acted. He nods. Photophores pulsing. The trial of valor approaches. Rest. Medics treat my ribs. But I watch Solara, her faint glow my anchor. The Syndicate's plot lingers. A shadow we can't ignore. Solara wakes after a day. Her photophores dim but steady. I'm at her side, ribs bandaged. You're alive, I say, relief raw. She nods, voice weak. You carried me. Her eyes hold something new. Respect? Corin briefs us. The core's data exposes a syndicate plot to destabilize Voron, targeting Guardians for their relics. They knew we'd come, Solara says, antennae rigid. I frown. Someone leaked our mission. Corinne's photophores darken. A traitor within. Solara grips her glaive, despite pain. We hunt them. I raise a hand. You're not healed. Her eyes flash. Honor demands it. I sigh. Then I'm in. Starborn, right? Corin interjects. The trial of valor first. Your bond proves your worth. Solara's gaze softens, fleetingly. Rest, Jonas, danger waits. I nod, but the Syndicate's shadow looms. X-posts buzz. Human saves Guardian, #HFY. I'm no hero, just stubborn. 3 days later, we're summoned to the Spire of Judgment, a glowing tower in Voron's heart. Solara's stronger, her photophores vibrant. Though she limps, my ribs ache, but I'm mobile. The spire's chamber is vast, walls pulsing with runes. Corin presides, joined by Guardians, their photophores synced in ritual. Jonas Kerr, Starborn. Corin intones. You survived the starstrike and proved valor in the wastes. Speak. I clear my throat. I'm just a tech. I messed up, but I'd never leave Solara. Humans don't quit. Solara steps forward. He fought as a guardian, saved me at his peril. Murmurs ripple. Corin raises a hand. The cosmos marks you worthy. The bond is fulfilled. Solara's photophores pulse, proud. I exhale, weight lifting. But Corin adds, the syndicate threatens Vorin. You may aid us. Solara nods, fierce. I grin. Count me in. The trial's done, but our fight's just starting. Corin reveals the core's data. A Vorin clerk, Vaxes, leaked Guardian routes to the syndicate, seeking relics for power. He's fled to the wastes, Corin says. Solara's photophores flare. We hunt him. I'm assigned to assist. My tech skills needed to track Vaxes' signal. We board a reinforced skimmer, Solara's glaive gleaming. The wastes glow under dawn's light. Dunes alive with color. You don't have to do this, Solara says, breaking silence. You're free. I smirk. And miss the fun? Nah. Her antennae twitch. Amusement. My scanner pings. Vaxes' beacon, 50 kilometers out. He's with syndicate muscle, I warn. Solara grips her glaive. They'll fall. I check my rifle, ribs twinging. X posts trend. Human hunts traitor with Guardian, #Sci-fi. The wastes hum with danger. But with Solara, I'm ready. Vaxes won't escape, and neither will the truth. We spot Vaxes' camp at dusk, a syndicate skiff and 4 operatives. 2 Korath, 2 Illyrans. Guarding him, Solara dims her photophores, blending into the dusk. Flank left, she whispers. I nod, rigging a decoy drone to draw fire. It buzzes east, sparking. The operatives chase it. We slip in, finding Vaxes, his translucent skin pulsing nervously. Solara! He hisses, drawing a pistol. She disarms him, glaive flashing. Traitor! She snarls. A Korath charges back, cannon blazing. I fire, pulses staggering him. Solara tackles Vaxes, pinning him. The second Korath aims at her. I dive, tackling her clear as the bolt scorches my arm. Pain sears, but I'm up, firing. The Korath falls. Solara binds Vaxes, photophores fierce. You risked yourself, she says, stunned. Told you, we're a team. Operatives down, Vaxes captured, we head back. The syndicate's wounded, but their shadow lingers. Back at the outpost, Vaxes confesses. The syndicate sought Guardian relics to control Vorin's terraformers. Corin sentences him to exile. Solara heals fully, her photophores radiant. In the spire, she faces me, holding a crystal relic from her armor. A Guardian sigil, earned in her first trial. No human has borne this, she says, placing it in my hand. You, Jonas, are starborn, worthy. Its weight hums, heavy with honor. Solara, this is yours, I protest. She smiles, rare and warm. Now it's ours. Cute means courage here, because of you. I grin, clutching the sigil. X erupts. Human earns Guardian relic, #HFY. Corin offers me a permanent role. I accept, tied to Vorin, to Solara. The wastes glow beyond. No longer deadly, but home. A quip started this, but courage finished it. The stars shine brighter now, and I'm not alone. Thank you so much for listening the great story. What a cosmic journey. Thanks for writing with Jonas and Solara in this HFY epic. If you loved their starborn bond, smash that like, share with your sci-fi posse, and subscribe for more galaxy-shaking tales. Comment your favorite moment. Let's keep the #HFY spirit soaring. Catch you in the stars.